We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north. Still think you're the hunter?
Ghost of Yotei is the next game of the studio Sucker Punch Productions, the studio responsible for Ghost of Tsushima. And the new game is going to be the sequel, set over 300 years after the first game, and obviously, all the characters will be different, so I'm curious to see the game. It's coming out on October 2nd, 2025, and it will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive game, but in some moment will be released on Windows too, I'm sure. The first game was an extremely fun action-adventure game, with some RPG mechanics, and this one will be set in the same style. So if you like the game, and wants to see the sequel, it's coming in October.
One who is easily lost in the hunt. Where monsters invade our world. A powerful being falls from the sky. The dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies within.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together.
Lost Soul Aside is a hack-and-slash game developed by a Chinese studio. The studio is Yotei Zero Games, and the game is going to be released in May 30th, 2025. It's kind of close, and it'll be available on PlayStation 5 and Windows. Embark on an epic odyssey to save your younger sister and the whole of humanity from mysterious dimensional invaders from beyond the starlit skies. The gameplay is fast, fluid, and impressive. The game is inspired in the gameplay of Final Fantasy 15 and Devil May Cry, and it looks really good, with nice visual effects and insane fights.
I see great... Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand. Never wanted to be.
Donkey Kong Bonanza is a new game of my favorite Nintendo series ever, and it looks absolutely insane. The game is being developed by Nintendo and will be released on Nintendo Switch 2 only in July 17th, 2025. If you just like me miss the old Kong games, this one shall be interesting for you. It's not a 2D Donkey Kong, but a 3D Donkey Kong, set in a beautiful and stylish open world with many different enemies, bosses, and stages. One thing that looks interesting in this game is the destruction of the scenario. It looks like you can break through almost everything in the map, so the exploration shall be really fun.
Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore.
Hell Is Us is a new action-adventure game with some RPG mechanics. The game will be set in a semi-open world, in a dark and mysterious universe. The game is being developed by the studio Roadcraft, and it got a release date already, and it is September 4th, 2025, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. In an isolated country ravaged by infighting, discover the secrets of your past and deal with the repercussions of a mysterious calamity. A game with beautiful graphics and an immersive gameplay. So just make sure you remember this one.
Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
Sisters we are. Sisters will stay. Sisters from birth. Sisters till grave. Smithies they are. Scissors they'll keep.
Wuchang Fallen Feathers is a new Chinese action RPG game set in the Souls-like style. The studio developing the game is the studio Mindseye, and it's coming out in July 23rd to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. And the game is also coming day one to Xbox Game Pass. The story is set in the land of Shu during the dark and tumultuous late Ming Dynasty, plagued with warring factions and a mysterious illness spawning monstrous creatures. The game got nice graphics and a gameplay that looks really good, especially for the fans of Souls-like games.
When I was a kid, I couldn't wait to leave this town behind. But what's that saying? Man plans and God laughs? Well, he must have had a good one on my account. When the water receded, it carried away everything we ever had. It also gave me a reason to stay. Truth is, we can't stop what's coming. The important thing is that we rebuild.
Roadcraft is a new game for you fan of realistic and satisfying simulation games. This one is about building with many different vehicles. The studio developing the game is Saber Interactive, and it's coming out on May 20th, 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and promises to be an immersive, satisfying, and fun simulation game. With impressive visuals and graphics, realistic physics, and numerous objectives, and the studio developing it is the same of the game Stranding. That's a really beloved game by the fans. Numerous tasks await you in your heavy machinery as you work to restart the local industry, clearing debris, replacing faulty equipment, rebuilding roads and bridges, and more. JDM, Japanese Drift Master, is a game for you. It combines a realistic physics with a gameplay that mixes a simulator with an arcade game also known as Simcade. So I'm sure it's going to be really fun to explore the streets of Japan in the classic style of Fast and Furious 3. The game is being developed by the Studio Gaming Factory and is coming out only on PC so far. A version to the consoles is not confirmed yet, maybe in the future, and there's a release date already. That is May 21st, 2025. So if you like drifting challenges, this game shall be really interesting.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
GTA 6 is the new adventure of one of the biggest video game series ever. The game will once again be set in Vice City, a famous city of the series, but now it'll be set in modern days, even with a whole new part. I'd even say that Vice City we know will be just a small part of the whole game. Like GTA 5, here we'll play with more than one protagonist. Now, it'll be Jason and Lucia, and it promises to be one of the greatest games ever. The game is being developed by Rockstar Games, and it's coming out on May 26th, 2026, and it'll be launched on Xbox Series XS and PlayStation 5.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey. Look who's back. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team.
My memory's still a bit blurry. Remember this. Inside my head.
Satellite gives us a 10-minute window.
You made it. That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story.
Mindseye is a story-driven, action-adventure thriller set in a fictional near-future Americana, featuring best-in-class cinematics, high-octane driving, and explosive combat from legendary game director Leslie Benzies. This is a game that promises to be the game to be in the same level of GTA 6 in 2025, and yes, it's being developed by an old Rockstar game director. That's why the hype is real about it. The studio has built a Rocket Boy, and the game is coming out in June 10th. It's really close, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows.
What's going on in there?
It was an ambush. Do what you can. Do not lose her. I'm coming to you now. The search and rescue box. They're melting.
Welcome to Drawbridge, Sam, and to the GHV Magellan. our mobile base of operations.
Death Stranding 2 is the sequel of the acclaimed original game. Again, it's being developed by Kojima Productions, and it's coming out in June 26, 2025, to PlayStation 5. In the future, it's probably coming out to Windows and maybe Xbox. Death Stranding is a unique and original game. The gameplay mixes walking simulator with building features, combat, and an insane story and storytelling. And the sequel will continue the story of Sam, the protagonist of the game, and now the players will continue to explore and connect the people, but also see the aftermath of the first
one another. We want you to help us bring the world together.
Sam, would you mind if I joined you?
Humor him. His knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Yes.
The plan, Sam. The UCA isn't looking to expand its borders. Just like with Mexico, they want to bring new regions into the network. Anyway, the DHV Magellan's here to back you up. As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network.
The joy of it, the freedom of it, to just take your life in your hands and soar. I think that's in us all, isn't it? At least that's what my dad taught me.
Directive 8020 is one more game in the style of Until Dawn, developed by the studio Supermassive Games, and is coming out on October 2nd, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows, but a Nintendo Switch 2 version is possible. Earth is dying and humanity is running out of time. 12 light years from home, Tau Ceti F offers a small sliver of hope. When the colony ship Cassiopeia crash lands on the planet, its crew soon realize they are far from being alone. In space, death takes many forms. So if you like this style of games, this one can be interesting. To be honest, these horror games, just Until Dawn I really liked, but let's hope this one is good.
More real than you, I'm afraid. So, where's the captain? Everyone died. Oh, this is insane. What a trip. Not a trip. It's reality. Your new reality.
Are we brothers or something?
We have the same DNA, but
The Alters is an extremely curious game. It's being developed by the studio 11-Bit Studios, and is coming out in June 13th to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows, day one on Xbox Game Pass. This game really got my attention. It's a sort of survival game. You'll be alone in a planet, and will somehow create different versions of yourself to help you build and take care of the base. Yes, it sounds crazy. That's why it looks so fun. Despite it, the game will also be a game about exploration, discovering things and places in the universe to get resources, and the building mechanic even reminded me of Fallout Shelter. That was really good.
okay, let's go through all of this once again.
We have 3 days before the sun rises and burns everything to ash, and we're stuck in front of a giant river of lava. If we want to survive, we need to act now.
We stick to the plan. You focus on researching a bridge to cross the river. I'll anchor it, fix the broken base modules, create radiation filters, gather resources, and Rapidium.
To create more alternative versions of ourselves. Are you sure they'll accept who they are?
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Plus 4 is a remake of two beloved games of this series. And they'll not be just remakes. There will be new things too, like musics, stages, characters, and more. The game is being developed by the studio Iron Galaxy Studios, and is coming out to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Windows in July 11th, 2025. Everything you loved is back, but revamped with more skaters, new parks, gnarlier tricks, eardrum-shattering music, plus a whole lot more. Still with an arcade gameplay style, a lot of tricks, many different challenges, and a lot of charisma. So if you like the experience of the classic games, this one shall be really interesting for you. Borderlands 4 is the next adventure of the beloved universe of Borderlands. The game is being developed by the studio Gearbox Software, and it'll be released on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and Microsoft Windows, and the game got a release date already. That is September 12th, 2025. You probably know the series already, but if you don't, it's a looter-shooter series set in a first-person camera with a unique and charismatic graphic style, and it's always been a success since the first game of the series. Mario Kart World is the new game of this classic racing series. The game is being developed by Nintendo and is going to be released in the new Nintendo console. That's Switch 2, and it'll be released in the same day. That's June 5th, 2025. You probably know Mario Kart series, an arcade fun racing game that created this style of races in video game. And now the new game is finally announced. The last one released was Mario Kart 8 in 2014. So 10 years later, we're seeing a whole new game. The game will be set in a huge open map with different modes, different karts, characters, places, and much more. So if you're planning to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, this is a good game to start playing. Shadow Labyrinth is an action Metroidvania in a version of the world of the classic Pac-Man. The game is being developed by the studio Bandai Namco Studios and is coming out in July 17, 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Microsoft Windows. A 2D action platformer and a genre-twisting alternate take on the iconic Pac-Man. As the swordsman, you wake on a mysterious planet amidst relics of wars past. To survive, you will discover secrets, consume your enemies, and grow from prey to apex predator. A game that shall be really fun for the fans of Metroidvania games. So keep an eye out for it if you're one of these.
You have been chosen. All. And we have work to do, number 8. A swordsman needs more than a sword. Don't just defeat enemies. Consume them.
Ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west. Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneak. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to...
Metal Gear Solid Delta is the remake of one of the most beloved games of the master Kojima, Metal Gear 3, and it's being developed by Konami. Just hope they do a great job here. It's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows in August 26th, 2025. Metal Gear is a stealth game, set in an extremely unique universe. The things are not what they seem, and the plot of the game is absolutely incredible, especially to its time. The remake will seemingly respect the original game, but bringing a new gameplay style, but keeping the core of the game, that's the stealth.
Devil's Bane.
But here, in the Taisho era, we're the only detectives that specialize in that sort of thing. Yes, this is the Narumi Detective Agency.
Please, sir. Please, help.
Righto! Got a case. Let's roll. It's time.
Raiden Remastered The Mystery of the Soulless Army is a classic JRPG game, and now is coming back with better visuals and performance. The game is being developed by Atlas, and will be released in June 19th, 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Windows. The story of apprentice detective and devil summoner extraordinaire Raidu Kuzunoha 14 returns in this remastered classic. Call upon your demons to solve supernatural mysteries and dispose of enemies. So if you like the games from Studio Atlas, this one shall be interesting for you, and remembering it's coming out in June 19th, so keep an eye out for it.
Narumi. And listen to me for a minute, okay?
So, I ask, are you prepared to lead the life of a devil summoner?
Come forth.
Your time is running out.
This place is a womb where we grow our future.
Your weapons fail. Your ammunition runs low.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster is obviously the remaster of a classic first-person sci-fi game released in 1999. The original game is a genre-defining experience that established innovative gameplay mechanics that are a staple of the FPS and RPG genre today. Survive the wretched corridors of the Von Braun. Your training has prepared you for this. The studios developing the remaster are Night Dive Studios, Looking Glass Studios, and Irrational Games, and it's coming out in June 25th, 2025 to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and Windows. So if you missed the classic game, the remaster should be really fun.
All of the
men in this room are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family is to betrayal. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
Mafia: The Old Country is the fourth game of an acclaimed and beloved series. I mean, the third game is not that beloved, but there are some fans of it too. The game is being developed by the studio Hangar 13, the studio responsible for Mafia 3. As I said, it's not the most beloved game, but they also did Mafia 1 Remake. That's an excellent game, and now it'll be their new chance of creating a good story. The game will be released in August 8th, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. The game will be set before the other games, in the start of 20th century, and promises to be a game with a great storytelling like the first two games.
Bravery is not common in this world, and so loyalty, honor, obedience, they set the man apart from the rest. You took care of Messina, but this matter is not yet resolved. Will you help me bring it to a close?
Of course, Tanto Risi.
Forged to unleash vengeance. More than a weapon, it is the soul of a shinobi. Soaring where others would not dare.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance is a new game of a classic series, and now it returns with a game similar to the classic ones, a brutal 2D game, but now with insane cartoon graphics and a fast and challenging gameplay. The game is being developed by the studios Sega and Lizard Cube, and it's confirmed to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and Windows, and will be available on August 29th, 2025. Play as the legendary Shinobi Joe Musashi, master of the ninja arts. After finding your village burned to the ground and your clan turned into stone, you must set off on a quest for vengeance, ready to face an unparalleled evil and avenge your clan.
Each weapon a tool, each tool a part of the whole. This is the mastery of a shinobi. The legend continues.
So let me explain the situation. One of our contractors, Edwin Murray, has gone missing, leaving our property abandoned in his warehouse. Your job is simple. Enter the warehouse and retrieve the technology that he was developing for us. It's a kind of prototype endoskeleton that can adapt to any costume and become any character. We suspect it may be malfunctioning, so just be aware of the slip.
Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic is the new game of this huge horror series. It's being developed by the studio Steelwool Studios, and so far it's only confirmed to PlayStation 5 and Windows. Other platforms may be confirmed in the future, and there's an official release date already. That's June 13th, 2025. Enter the abandoned workshop of Murray's costume manor and unravel the mystery left behind by the reclusive inventor. In the game, you'll step into a world where every dark corner holds a secret, and every flicker of light hints at an ever-present threat.
Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Thank you for being a valued member of the Fazbear team.
My driving style, it's always been aggressive. I think it's gone from being all out, all risk. Now.
A new year, a new era, a new season. Welcome to... It's a great start for Hamilton.
F125 is finally the new game for the fans of Formula One. Leave your mark on the world of racing in F125, the official video game of the 2025 FIA Formula One World Championship, featuring a revamped My Team mode, the thrilling third chapter of Breaking Point, and more. It's being developed by the studio Codemasters, an EA game studio, and there's an official release date already. That's May 30th, 2025, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. Create your own F1 stories as you take control as the owner of a Formula One team. The new owner perks system allow you to specialize in your preferred areas of team management, then get behind the wheel of either of your two F1 drivers on race weekends.
She's going for it! Oh no! Her race is over! The rookie's showing the chap what he's made of here.
Kid is quick.
How was that?
By copying them.
Focus on the bigger picture.
Little Nightmares 3 is the third adventure, or nightmare, of the series. The game is now being developed by another studio, Supermassive Games, the studio of Until Dawn, The Quarry, and some more games. Little Nightmares 3 is coming out in 2025, but with no official date yet, but will be available on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, Switch, and Windows. The adventure now will be set in a co-op experience. But no, you don't need anyone else to play with you. In the case you're going to play alone, an AI is going to help you in the adventure. But surely with a real person will be more fun.
Nothing lasts forever.
Reanimal is a game set in the same style of Little Nightmares, a game with exploration, platformer features, and a lot of puzzles. The game is being developed by the same creators of Little Nightmares, the studio Tarsia Studios, and is coming out in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. As you can see, it's a horror game set in a really scary universe, with different types of creatures and more. In the game, you must survive and solve the mysteries of each level to get the access to the next one, all in a very immersive universe. God Save Birmingham is a realistic zombie survival game, set in an open world, a true sandbox with a lot of possibilities, since combat, craft, management, and much more. The studio developing it is Ocean Drive Studio, and the game is confirmed to Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and Windows, but the consoles version will take a longer time, since an early access version is planned to be released still in 2025, but only on PC. Survive an undead play in a painstakingly recreated medieval market town. Manage your needs, master physics-based mechanics, and evade the Horde for as long as you can. A game that promises to be immersive and realistic in a new level. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is the new episode of this beloved series. Originally, Metroid is a Metroidvania game, but the Prime series is actually a FPS. The last Prime game was released a long time ago, and the hype is real for the new game. The gameplay looks really good, fluid and fast, and the graphics looks nice, and I believe it's going to be even better on Nintendo Switch 2. The game is being developed by the studio Retro Studios, Nintendo, and is coming out in some moment of this year, 2025, to Nintendo Switch, and surely Nintendo Switch 2 when it's released.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a soul. Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility.
Ninja Gaiden 4 is the returning of the classic hack and slash series. After a long time without a new game, a new one is finally announced. It's being developed by the studio's Platinum Games, Team Ninja, and Koei Tecmo Games, and is planned to be released still in 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Series S, and Microsoft Windows. Ninja Gaiden is a legendary hack and slash series. The game mixes a little of exploration in an insane combat style with different weapons and characters. The new game will be set in the same style, but with new characters and with new generation graphics.
This is it. Ryu Hayabusa.
It ends here.
So you've come. Searching house to house.
If they arrest you two, they will take you to their headquarters, and you will not return.
By my count, that makes 2 super soldiers.
Counting you.
And that's too many.
Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra is a new superhero game coming out. It's being developed by the studio Skydance Interactive and is aimed to be released in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. So far, we didn't see much about the game, just the first trailer. That's an excellent trailer, by the way. In the game, we'll play as 4 different characters, American Captain, and Black Panther, some of the greatest Marvel superheroes in the last years. Beyond that, we'll also play as 2 normal soldiers, so I'm really curious to see how the gameplay of each one of them are going to be.
There's some obstacles.
That won't be a problem.
Our cat friend is definitely here too. By the look of things, he's not very far ahead.
The American.
So what do you want?
Answers.
That's far enough!
Stay out of my way!
Stand
Stand aside!
I do not take...
Chronos: The New Dawn is third-person survival horror by the studio that brought us the amazing Silent Hill 2 remake. The studio is Bloober Team. I didn't trust the studio to do the remake of Silent Hill 2 back then, but they showed us that they know how to impress us. So I'm curious to see more about this game. It'll be released in some moment of 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game throws you into the heart of deadly struggle against overwhelming foes, all while uncovering the mysteries of a twisted time travel story, with impressive visuals and an impressive immersion. Crimson Desert is an insane, upcoming open-world RPG. The game is being developed by the studio Pearl Abyss, and it's coming out still in 2025, but with no specific date yet. But it's coming out to Xbox Series X and Series S, PlayStation 5, and PC. This is one of those games that are even hard to believe that they're really good as they look. The graphics are insane. The world seems huge and massive, and is a game with a lot of features like glide, parkour, a nice combat style, dragon ride, and much more. And if it's as good as it looks, it'll be one of the best games of this year.